The following Roberto Chiavini Games presentation or event is a presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past. And in this video, we do mean the past, present, and or future. And a happy day to you too. My name is Ron Juckett, and today we go back to the first Olympiad, 1896. Well, the first modern Olympic Games, 1896. And over a series of about 4 videos, I think we are going to do the entire track and field, or athletics if you're European, or outside of the Americas, from those games. 12 events, all male. Sorry, the women weren't really allowed to run until 1948, if you believe that. And the first Olympic women's marathon was in 1984. But today we go back to 1896 in Athens for the first modern Olympiad. And we will feature shot put, the 800 meters, and show you the 110-meter hurdles in its entirety. So there'll be chunked up highlights for the shot put. No one wants to watch every throw from that. And so we're going to give you a taste of Roberto Chiavini's track games. The shot put in 800 meters are going to be using higher, faster, and stronger athletics. And the 110-meter hurdles will be using central lanes athletics. And so very simple. You'll see all the dice on the screen. And hopefully we'll give you a good taste and a little bit of the flavor of what actually made the first Olympics the first Olympics. So our first event is the shot put, the 16-pound iron ball that you spin around and throw without a net, unlike the discus and the hammer. I'm not sure if we see those in these games or not. I suppose I could look. I got the Wikipedia page open. Ellery Clark, who will have a good game as a sprinter, is the first one we'll see throw. Karl Schumann, who's also a weightlifter for Germany, fouled on his throw. And Fritz Hoffmann, his first throw, he got a bit of a boost, but only did a 10.62. The average throw is 10.85 meters. That's about 35 feet. Clark, 5 off the E column, because that's what he is a plus 17, so it's a minus 17, so it's going to be 10.68 meters. And that right now is the leading throw. Okay, the first throw from the heavy favorite in this event, Robert Garrett, reading from the A column. Garrett, his family part of the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad, graduate of Princeton University. Throw to beat is from Georgios Papasadarius of the hometown Greeks. He threw an 11.18 in his first throw. So Garrett trying to do his best to win. In this first event, he rolls a 9 off the A. It's a decent throw, but not a great one. And it'll be tied with Miltiades Guskis at 10.96. And so after the first run of throws, Papasadarius of Greece is in the lead with 11.18. And they'll choose to go again. Garrett gets the first throw of round 2, trying to improve on his 10.96. Heaves it, and that's a 7, so he's going to get a 33, and that will be an 11.18. And for the moment, that gets him into first place here in the shot put. So after 2 throws, Garrett and Papasadarius have the best throw at 11.18. Guskos of Greece, 10.96. That's good enough for the bronze. So basically enough, there were no bronze medals. Or there were no gold medals. If you won, you got a silver, and if you finished second, a bronze. But they've all been retroactively given medals. Viggo Jensen at 10.89 of Denmark. The L you see by Clark and Hoffman means that their second throws were not better than what they have up on the board. And instead of me trying to figure it out, they just get an L. And Karl Schumann of Germany registered a 10.34 on his second throw. All right, so the first 4 throws of round 3 were all lower than what was on the board. Goose Goose, who died in 1903 from food poisoning in India, has a 10.96 on the board. That was his first throw. He's going out of the B column. He rolls a 10 out of the B. It's plus 9, and that's going to be 10.76. So not better than his throw, but right now he is sitting pretty with the bronze medal with 1 throw to go. Now here's Papasidarius trying to improve on his 11.18. Out of the C column, it's a doubles. So it's a foul. Doubles is going to the third die. Actually, it doubles, but not an even number. So we'll just screw that one up. Doubles, that's a perfect throw off a C. 56, he can't throw any better. So he gets a 56 centimeter boost. That puts us up to 11. 15 and 56. Okay, so 56 minus 15. 60 minus 15 is 45. 41. 11.41. So that puts Papasidarius in a gold medal position. Now Garrett, rolling out of the A. He can really let it fly. His third throw was a 6 out of the A, which is 56, and that's the same thing. How about that? So no changes as we go to the 4th and last throw. Traditionally, they'd had 6 throws. Trying to make this so it's not a repeat event for all the times. So 11:41 right now. Garrett and Papasidarius, they might actually go to a throw off for that gold medal. But right now, it's 11.41 meters for the gold medal in the shot put. Well, the last throw seems to have brought out the best in 3 of our 7 contestants. Carl Schumann, the weightlifter, throw a 10.85. And that will get him right now a tie for 4th. Ellery Clark of the United States also threw a 10.85. That was better than his 10.68. They're not going to medal. But Viggo Jensen of Denmark with a miraculous throw of 11.06 meters, 34 feet and change. And right now he is the silver or bronze medalist. So 3 throws left. Milt Guskas. Throws of 10.96, 10.85, and 10.76. We'll read out of the B column here for his last throw. He needs a throw of, well, what does he? Oops, it helps if I look at the right sheet. He needs to beat, he needs like a 5. A 5 or better will get him a medal. Takes a deep breath. Rolls a 6. That won't help. That's a 21 centimeter boost. And maybe they're going to measure 10.85, 11.05, and 6. 11.05 and 1. It's 11.06. Oh, he tied him. So Guskas and Jensen tie for the bronze. Now, Papasidarius out of the C column. He threw 11.41 the last time out. Trying to win the gold for Greece. That won't do it. 9 on a C won't do it. In fact, it's plus 17. So you take 17 centimeters away, it is 10.68. But it's 1141. Has him in at least a silver medal position. Now, Garrett from the United States lived till 1961. Major philanthropist in the Baltimore area. Also a major archaeologist, too. So he needs to improve his throw. Really needs a 2, 3, 4, or 5 for the gold by himself. He rolls doubles, and it's an even number, so we go to the third die roll. Watch what the green die does here. And it's a foul. He fouled on his throw. And because he did that, him and Papa Sidarius will share the gold. Nope, we're going to do one more throw. We're going to do one more throw. So it's just the last four. Clark, Hoffman, and Schumann will not medal. But because we have 4 people for 3 medals to get the 5th throw. So Jensen trying to beat 1106 out of the D column. He can do it. Actually, I don't think he can do any better than that. So he would need doubles and an even number to have the throw count. He does not get it. Guskas, his 5th throw, reading out of the B column. He needs to beat an 1106, so it needs to be more than 21 centimeters. So a roll of 2, 3, 4, or 5 gets him in out of that tie for the bronze. He rolls a 5, so it's 33 centimeters better than 1085. 15. Get you to that, and then 18, 11, 1, 8. And a bronze medal for Greece. Now, Papa Sidarius will read out of the sea. He can't do any worse than 1141. Which I believe he would need essentially doubles and then the green die being a 3-side even number to qualify for. He needs to bump up a column is what he needs to do. It's not, so it's an L. Which means his throw would have been less than that. So here's Garrett. He needs to throw about better than a 5. 2, 3, 4, or 5, and he does not share the gold. But he can't do any worse than that. He's technically won the event with Papa Sidarius of Greece, who won the bronze in real life. Garrett, 5, 73 centimeters. Oh, what a throw from Garrett. You could hear him all the way up here in the press box. 15 and 73 minus 15. Because we can add 11.58. So there you have it. Robert Garrett of the United States wins the gold on the overtime throw at 11.58. His real-life winning throw was 11.22. So he improves by 30 centimeters. to win the gold here in the shot put. Papasidarius, who won the... I've got to find it here. The silver at 10:36. Wow, he actually overthrew that by a good meter and a half. And Guskos, who won the silver with 11:03 in real life, throws 11:18, so he improves his real life medal throw to finish with the bronze, but only with a bronze. So in the competition, the Americans, Robert Garrett wins the gold, Papasidarius of Greece wins the silver, and the hometown Guskos of Greece wins the bronze. And so that's the first event here, and the 1896 Summer Games in Athens. So as we get to the 800 meters, the average pace of the race is going to be 2:35 and 8 or 135 seconds. So it's a 200-meter sprint of 34 seconds is the average. Edwin Flack, who's a cattle farmer from Berwick, Victoria, and also is participating in the tennis tournament here. And Athens has the lead by 0.2 of a second. Demetrius Gol over Nandor Dani of Hungary. And then right on his heels is Demetrius Golmas, who is a real-life bronze medal winner from Greece. A good opening bell lap of 67.97 seconds. Then it's Georges de la Nazière of France, Friedrich Tron, Demetrius Tomproff, Albin Lemesseu, Angelos Fedos, and George Marshall of Great Britain bringing up the rear. Everybody within 2 seconds of each other as we start the bell lap. Marshall. And we'll show you the final 200 meters in its entirety. Well, we'll start with we'll see you in a moment. All right, the top half of the field, crossing the 600-meter line. Georges de la Nazière, who's ran his first 200 in 34:14 and now 33:97 for his second. Reads off the E column 7, and it's 34:29 for that 200 meters. Golmas out of the D. Ooh, a slow 200, 34.52. And now he's 1/10 of a second behind Nazaire for the silver, or for the bronze. Now Nanny. 5 out of the A. Ooh, a fast sector. $33.71. Flack. He's running a 33.77. Ooh, this will not be good. He runs a 34 flat. And it's Danny as we got the final 200 meters, who leads by 5/100ths of a second. Nazaire by a full 1/10 over Golmas as we go for the gold medal run. So in the last 200 meters, it's Danny by 0.5 of a second over Flack. But Flack has that star there. He's going to get another extra one-sided die to take off whatever the winning time is if he needs it. So Marshall, 2 seconds back. His last 200 meters is a 34.08. His finishing time, 2:17.92. Fetsis and Tomproff, who were tied coming into the last 200 meters. Fetsis, 6E.2. 34.2 for his last 200 meter. Tomproff from Greece, 6. They're going to finish tied. Now, Lemesseu is at 1 point. Reading off the D column. Rolls a 9 off the D. 34.29. He finishes in 2:16.97. Golmas, who was 1/10 off the medal. Actually, no, he's more than that. He is 2/10 off a medal. He needs a fast last quarter. His last 200. Ooh, 3 off the D. That's a good run. That goes up on the board at 216.42. De La Nazaire. E 8.4. So Gomez passes De La Nazaire for third. Can he get, or for fourth, can he pass Tron? Tron, a 7 on the C is average. 34, no, he will not pass him. Tron will get a medal at 216.28. Flax raw time. Oh, 33.82. Danny's raw time is 33.77, and that's a tenth of a second down because Flack has the star. He had a finishing kick here. So hold on one sec. And there's no extra roll because he's not within 5/100ths of a second. Nando Ordani has pulled the upset. He has won the gold. He's beaten the heavily favored Edwin Flack by 1/10 of a second. He runs it in 2:15.42. Flack crosses the line at 2:15.52. So the lower Australian athlete, who will run the 1500 later in this competition, will be with a silver. So Australia gets a silver. And Donnie gets the first ever gold medal for Hungary. So 2:15.42 for Donnie, 2:15.52 for Flack, and 2:16.28 for Tron, the bronze medalist. So Donnie, the only thing that's listed in Wikipedia was that he was a silver medalist in this Olympics. And Flack, who was a tennis player as well, will settle with the silver. A good closing kick, 33.82. That was his second best quarter. But it won't matter. 2:15.42 wins the gold, and the real speed was 2:11. So it was a slow pace. Donnie finished with 2:11.8, and then Gomez was well back at 2:28. So the field was pretty bunched together. But Nandor Donnie from Austria-Hungary wins the gold medal in the 800 meters. And what may be one of the most controversial events in Olympic history, the first 110-meter hurdles in real life, was a match race between Thomas Curtis of Boston and Grantley Goulding of Great Britain. Goulding had a reputation of being, well, not very nice, according to Wikipedia, but you can only trust Wikipedia as far as you can throw it. In fact, apparently when he lost the race, the Greece kind of pelted him with fruit. So not the most nicely thing in the world. For our sim, we will run all 8 of the people that were in the semifinal as a final. It was supposed to be a 4-person final. It's an 8-person final instead, starting with Anastasios Andreou in lane 8, or lane 1. In lane 8, Athianos Skaltsogiannis of Greece, who actually got a good form adjustment. He's going to be rolling out of the C column. He could medal. Alois Sokol from Hungary is in lane 2. Franz Reichel of France is in lane 7. He got a boost. He's up to the C column. In lane 6, Kurt Dory of Germany. In lane 3, William Hoyt of the United States, who got up to a B. He could figure as a medalist too. And in lanes 4 and 5, Thomas Curtis and Grantley Goulding, who, as I said, this was a match race in real life. They don't like each other. Goulding, not a big fan of the Americans, and was considered to be a poor sport. So our 3 medalist favorites, Curtis, Goulding, and Hoyt, and Doring and Reichel, could be wild cards rolling out of the C column, along with Skaltsos. So here we go. Out of the blocks, if we get a double here in this first roll, we'll roll for a false start. The start is good. 9 out of the E for Andreu. Is a 9.22. The average race was 18.1, so 55-meter halves, 9:05 is the average time. Skaltsos. Out of the C, 9 C, 0.04. Sokol out of the D, 7. What? That's not right. 9.09. Reichel from France, 10 C. Yeah, 9.11. Dory, 4 C. Oh, a good run here. Hoyt moves up to the B, 8. Flat, 9.05. Now the favorites, Goulding, 8A, 0.02 better. After 55 meters, Curtis runs a 9.03. So halfway home, half the field is within 0.03 of a second of each other, pretty much. Andreu, 4E, 0.02. Runs a better 50, finishes in 18.29. Skaltsos. C6 is 0.01, 9.04. He crosses the line in 18.13. Sokol out of the D, 7D, 9.07. He crosses at 18.14. Reichel, 9.11 for his first 55. 6C is a 9.04. He crosses in 18.15. Now Dory, 9.02 for his first 55. Leaps the last hurdle and crosses the line at 9.05. His time is 18.07. Now Hoyt, 9.05 for his first 55 and 9.03. 9.02 for his second. They should tie for the bronze, Hoyt and Dory. Now Goulding, out of the A. A terrible last 55 meters. He almost stumbles over one of the hurdles. $18.10. Now Curtis just needs to stay standing, and he'll win the gold. 9. Yes, he will. And wait, there's a tie, a 3-way tie at 18.07. He crosses the line with Hoyt and Dory. Ooh, hold on a sec. But since Curtis has the asterisk and keeps it, we're going to roll one. He's going to win the race. He's going to roll one red die here, and we're going to chop off that much time in hundredths of a second. He rolls a 2. So he wins the race in 18:05. Hoyt and Dory will get joint silver. And Goulding, who ran an 18:1, he stumbled over that last hurdle, and it cost him a medal. As Hoyt and Dory, basically, we tried to take a picture and couldn't tell them apart, but Thomas Curtis wins the gold by 2/100ths of a second. So Goulding stumbled in that last little bit and lost the medal by it's amazing. I can't believe they got a picture that good. But they did. Reichel finished 5th. Skaltsigainis, who finished 6th. Sokol 7th from Hungary. And Andreu from Greece, a full 0.2 of a second behind. But it was that last hurdle, and Curtis, with the revised time, because he had the asterisk there, just kind of leaned a little forward in the tape and triggered it at 18 seconds, 0.05. And in real life, the time was 17.6, so slower than the real time, but that's all right. Thomas Curtis wins the gold, and Hoyt and Dory, the American and the German, essentially tied for second. There's no third at 18:07. So there you have it. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this. So that's the first 3 events of 12 from the athletics or track and field events from the 1896 first ever modern summer games in Athens. So let's go through the medalists one more time. Thomas Curtis wins the 110-meter hurdles with a time of 18.05. Steady times of 9.03 and 9.02 for his 55 splits did the job. In the shot put, Robert Garrett won the gold as in an overtime throw. He was tied at 11.41 through 3 throws. He fouled on his 4th, but in order to break the tie, because you're supposed to get 6 throws, we gave them an overtime throw, and Robert Garrett beat out Georgios Papassideris of Greece by 17 centimeters, 11.58 to winning throw. Garrett wins a gold for the United States. Greece gets 2 medals. They get the silver and the bronze. And lastly, in the 800 meters, a stunning upset. Nandor Dani of Hungary runs it in 2:15.42, a full 10th over the heavy favorite, Edwin Flack, the cow farmer from Berwick, Victoria, Australia. And there you have it. That's part 1. We'll probably do this in about 4 different videos. Hope you enjoyed it. We use Central Lanes Athletics for the 110-meter hurdles and Higher, Faster, Stronger for the shot put and the 800 meters. I'm Ron Jucker. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you the next time.